Today, we are so incredibly privileged to sit down with a true legend, a name synonymous with talent and artistry in Singapore. In our ongoing series Tribute to SG music icons, we're turning the spotlight on a woman whose career spans decades and whose influence is felt not just on the stage, but in the hearts of a new generation of performers. She is a veteran singer, a masterful saxophonist. In fact, she's celebrated as Asia's first only female singer-saxophonist and a visionary behind Academie of Stars. She's an artist who believes music is a soothing balm and a mentor dedicated to helping young people stand out and be outstanding. From her days as a 1980s Talentime icon to the groundbreaking work she's doing today, our guest is an innovator, an educator, and a constant source of inspiration.
I fell on stage, but the music went on, the singing went on, we never missed a beat. And Xiao Chong and Belinda just looked at me and they went like that to me. And I went like that back to them. And nobody screamed, cried, stopped. We just, and that was a memory. That was a memory the very first time as a band. And we knew that we just don't stop and the music goes on.
Before we begin the show, here is an important announcement. For 100 years, Shure has set the standard for professional audio. Designed to outlast and outperform, Shure products help you deliver your message with confidence. Trust in Shure. You can be sure with Shure. Shop the Shure Shop Singapore now. Visit the link on screen and use the promo code AFC Henson to get limited Shure merchandise with your purchases. Now, let's start the show. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chris Hansen Conversation. You've heard my introduction earlier on. I have her with me in studio. I have the one and the only Kuo Po.
Hello,
Hey,
Chris.
KP. Thanks for coming here, man. Thanks for being in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
No, not at all. This is my tribute to you.
Thank you.
This is our series, the tribute to SG music icons. And you cannot be forgotten. I refuse to allow that to happen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, really,
that's
I do.
great. It's good to be remembered. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long while. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make you feel so old because the last time I saw you perform was really eons ago. I think I told you this before in this place called Where Else in Cane Hill.
Well, it's so long ago that I can't even remember that I performed there. So, that I've been to so many clubs and venues and then some of them just like, some made deeper impressions and some unforgettable.
Really? Where else was forgettable?
Or maybe, no, actually it's not. But I somehow can't seem to remember that part. Are you sure it's me? And you didn't get me mixed up with somebody else?
100% it was you.
Oh, okay.
Because
so might be a guest appearance. I'm not sure.
No, you had this guy, this real good guitarist on your band. And in Where Else, I remember embedded into the walls, there's this little hollows that, you can put displays. And this guy was standing inside that, playing a guitar that's wireless. And he was playing. And then you came on, right smack, you came up front with your saxophone.
Okay, if it's a saxophone, it's me.
That's why.
That's only me.
It's an indelible memory. I will not forget it because it was definitely you for sure.
Okay, yeah. Right. I think that I've been very blessed to be performing with many good musicians. Mm-hmm. So, I guess I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, I did. I didn't forget that, You're the veteran singer, the saxophonist, and also a children's performing coach.
Yeah, voice coach. And that's the new me. Well, I can't say new, it's been about 20 years.
Oh, that long, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I started the school 20 years ago.
I'm definitely going to talk more about that later on. It's 3/4 of today is going to be about that.
Absolutely my passion now. Yeah.
But before we go there, let's talk about you. Kuo Po, the performer. Kuo Po, the person that was on stage, thrilling audiences. One feeling, one memory from your journey in the performing arts that still give you goosebumps?
Well, I was performing quite a bit in the venues, and I started off with the Talentime and that competition.
Yeah.
And after that, I did receive quite a bit of attention, and I was performing in the clubs. And because I played the saxophone, and that was my signature, being the only female singer-saxophonist in the region, I was quite a staple in the club scene. And I think that we always look forward to the big Singapore shows like the National Day, the Singapore Orchard Road Big Hoo-Ha.
Swing Singapore, you mean?
Swing Singapore. And I remember there's one of me being in a cherry picker.
Yeah. Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Were you
performing the cherry picker?
With the sax?
With the sax. I can't remember with the sax or without the sax, but I was on the cherry picker.
I remember the cherry pickers, man.
Yeah. And then there were some of the big national shows. And I realized that I really enjoyed that so much. And to me, performing to 50,000 in a crowd is a lot. Like, I was really, I was not nervous. But when I performed to like a very small group of diners, and I was like, oh my God. So I rather the 50,000 than 5 people. And I remember telling myself that. I said, oh my, this is really strange, and I felt the energy of the people. So that was one performance that I remember. And of course, there were many others, and most of them are, with great musicians, like with Ricky Ho, Spencer Goh, Belinda Fu. We were at Atlantis. This was a club that was brand new and built. And
Mr. Dennis Fu.
And Mr. Dennis Fu, my good buddy, Dennis Fu, of course.
Wait, since we're on that topic.
Yeah?
I just filmed my season premiere a couple of days ago with Dennis.
Oh, really?
Dennis and the owner of Mel's Place bar, a restaurant and bar.
Ah, okay.
Rosalind Brown.
Okay.
And I told Dennis, I said, guess what, Dennis? A couple of days' time after this shoot, Kuo Po is coming to the studio. And he went, oh, please send her my best.
Yeah, and I did.
So Dennis, I've done it.
Yeah.
I just sent Kuo Po your best.
I love you, Dennis.
And he told me something interesting.
What was that?
Well, first of all, he spoke about Atlantis and of course, naturally, right? I didn't know you played Atlantis. You did, huh?
Yeah, we're the first band.
Oh!
So we were actually formed for the Atlantis.
So the jigsaw is coming together now for me.
Ah, okay. So we were formed for the Atlantis, so we're called East Wiz.
East Wiz,
and,
okay.
I don't know if you remember Xiao Chong. So he became the male frontliner with myself and Belinda. And I'll never remember our opening night because we opened at Peppermint Park.
Right.
Because we were still, in the works for Atlantis, and it wasn't ready yet. And the very first opening, our debut performance, I fell on stage. But the music went on, the singing went on. We never missed a beat. And Xiao Chong and Belinda just looked at me and they went like that to me, and I went like that back to them, and nobody screamed, cried, stopped. We just, and that was a memory. That was a memory the very first time as a band, and we knew that we just don't stop, and the music goes on.
You improv'd.
We didn't need to improv. We just carry on singing, but we said, I was on the floor. Yes, the dancing was improv. And I was like, sure, it's part of the act. Could you tell? Yeah. And it's called levels, now. I'm just letting you know that dance, there's levels.
Oh, okay.
So we had levels. And it was a fabulous time. I had top-notch musicians, Singapore's musicians. And that was my very first time in the band.
Uh-huh. And
I remembered saying to myself, well, okay, I sing, but I need something more. And that's when I asked Spencer, I said, so I need to play an instrument. Can we work on that? And that's when I picked up the saxophone. And then...
you mean you only just started picking up the saxophone then?
No, I actually played in school, but I wanted something to kind of like
be different.
I want to be different, and that's how it became
your signature,
part,
basically.
signature.
Right.
I was. I think that was pretty, momentous for me to take up the saxophone the first time and blow, and everybody was like, "Whoa, okay," and
this was
it worked very well.
So it was with that band in Peppermint Park when you started playing the sax.
Yeah. Okay, my time frame is a little bit like, but it was that, and I remember going to KL. I was with the Flybaits with Bani Farouk, who was the late Bani Farouk, who was already passed, and I remember working with him on the riffs and all that, and and I did some Singapore Tourism Board STPB, they called it at the time, and
to make your rounds
because I was playing the saxophone.
Wow.
So that actually helped me kind of like leave a mark in the industry.
Well, you did.
Yeah, thanks.
Bloody hell, definitely you did. I can tell you.
And so being in that band and also have very, very good musicians, it kind of helped elevate my musicianship, and playing in Peppermint and going into Atlantis, which at the time was brand new, and the very first, I think it was like a $3 million club that was made by people from Disney or something. Yeah.
The guy who designed Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, really?
That's what Dennis told me.
Oh, great. So I remember the opening night. So Belinda and I, we came out. It was the Through the Fire.
Oh, Shaka Khan.
Right, and then so we came out after the St. Elmo's Fire introduction by the band.
Wow.
And we came out and then we saw the ceiling. Right, Buzzy and I will remember this, and we both look at the ceiling like, whoa. So of course I sang, and Belinda was singing the first verse, I think, and she was looking at the ceiling and she forgot to come in. And I was like, oi.
What was it about the ceiling?
It was beautiful. It's the way the lights went, and there was some effect. Okay? There was some effect.
I've never been to Atlantis, to be fair.
You've never been? Oh,
I
so
snuck
beautiful.
into Peppermint Park.
Oh, Peppermint.
Because it was in Parkway Parade. And I was in St. Patrick's School. And
naughty boy.
Oh yeah, and that story, I think my viewers know because I talk about it so often. I told Dennis, I revealed that because I didn't know till just a couple of days ago that he owned Tavern on the Square.
Oh, okay.
As well, and I snuck in there to watch Gingerbread play, and then I also, there were tea dancers in Peppermint Park.
Were there? Okay.
Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. So that one I didn't have to sneak in. To be fair, it's okay for.
Are you trying to tell me you're way younger than I am?
I am not gonna say whether I'm definitely younger, that's for sure, because you were already performing when I was in school. I'm 55, nothing to hide.
I'll accept that.
Yeah, okay. So Atlantis, and you play with Spencer Gohawk. Hey Spencer, how you doing, man? Long time no bloody see.
My brother. Yeah.
And what a guy. Anyway, so the Atlantis was something else, huh?
Yeah, it was
that
beautiful.
Ceiling.
Beautiful, very classy. You can definitely know lots of money went in there.
Yeah.
And we were the opening band, East Wiz, and then there were other bands that followed us, and they actually, the management brought in Andy Gibb and a lot of international guests.
Yeah.
So I was, I have to say, I'm very privileged, to have experienced all that.
Dennis did mention, he very humbly said that, no, I don't bring in the A-listers, I bring in the B-listers. And he mentioned Air Supply a couple of times. And then he said, Andy Gibb, and I said, what the fuck? How are they ever B-listers? You can't call them B-listers, man. Yeah. You can't.
So it was fantastic. I mean, the venue was beautiful, very beautiful. A live venue. And
you said earlier that you started playing the saxophone in school. Let me just I would like to start from just a bit before that. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, which beginning are you
earliest
talking about?
Memories of music or performance. The earliest memory you've got. How do you start off?
Well, I think when I was in preschool, even I loved to sing. So I lived in Sembawang at the time when I was young. And my mom had a hairdressing shop, and it was just a shop houses, a few rows. And there was a record shop at the bottom of the street.
Right.
And even at preschool, maybe I was 5 or 4, I would run down to the shop by myself, and I'll pick up an album, and I'll tell the shopkeeper my mom will come and pay for it later. And so I just pick up the album, they know me, and then I'll go home and play on the phonograph, what do you call it? Record player, and sing my heart out. That's something that I remember, and I had pictures that reminded me of my love for music. So at the time, I would sing what my mother would listen to, Chinese stars and all that. But my brothers and sisters, they'll listen to Led Zeppelin because they're a lot older than I am. A lot. And Barbra Streisand, and she became my favorite. So coming from Sembawang, I went to Canberra Primary School. Shout out to my friends, Canberra and Naval Base Secondary School. So I've always been in music. So in the school band, primary school, I joined the school band. I remember primary 3, they gave me, we were not even a brass band, it was a bugle and 5 band, 5 band. And I was given the 5. I said, man, this flute is so soft. I cannot take it. And I said, so can I play the drums? Oh, I got to play the drums. Stand right in front.
You play drums.
So then I became a drummer, right? So I was marching band, became drummer. So from primary school, then went to secondary school. Oh, then became a drum set? No. Then somehow I got the knack. Then my band teacher, the late Mr. Jari, he liked me very much. And then because I was just sitting there and then just going for it, right? And then next thing I knew, I was on the saxophone. And there were only 2 saxophones in the band, and then Fanny was playing one, and then the drum major was playing the other one. So when the new saxophone came, he let me have that. So I learned the saxophone from there.
Right.
From the secondary, because that was the only new saxophone that was given to me, handed over to me. So I learned that, self-learned. And then after that, I went
self-learned.
Yeah, because I picked it up very fast, like, the fingering and all that. But of course, the, aperture and all that, not very good lah.
Wait, you got to explain that to me. What's aperture?
Like the way you I think that's the word. You mouth over the mouthpiece.
Right,
like
right.
Hold the mouthpiece. So I didn't know I was not very good at that until I went to pre-U. And Mr. Ho, who was a band teacher, said, deeper. I got my head pushed into the mouthpiece. I was in NJC, but we were a very good concert band. And we played until there were blisters on our lips.
Wow.
That was pre-U. Then when I went into university, I was in a school band from, I guess, from 9 years old all the way to I graduated in a university.
So you play the drums as well?
Yeah, not very good, but I can play the drums. I can coordinate.
Okay, so but your instrument of choice eventually became the saxophone, correct?
That's for performance only. But I did learn the piano classically, so I finished my grade 8.
Well, which is your go-to instrument for you?
Piano now. It's the piano.
Not the saxophone?
No, I think I've hung up my saxophone for about 10 years, more than that already. It's just a decor piece in my house now. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have much time to practice and opportunity to perform it. So the piano is my go-to instrument. I just bought myself a baby grand. Yeah, so that's my bucket list. And so I do love all kinds of instruments. And but the piano is with me all the time when I'm working now.
Yeah. So there's not one instrument that captivates you the most?
No, it's still the piano and the saxophone.
Okay.
Yeah, the saxophone does.
So
I just
in equal measure, you mean equal measure?
Yeah. I love and the voice is an instrument. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that then. How did you end up singing professionally? I mean, how do you realize that, I'm going to be this lead vocalist?
I think it's just this journey just took me naturally onto that. It wasn't like I chose to be. Okay, it just happened. So when I was in NUS or when I was secondary school, I like to take part in whatever competition there is, and then it went on to university and form your own. You know, a lot of things are student led, so you form your own little band and you just sing. And I just enjoy being in the front line. You know, I told you I picked up the fife. I said nobody heard me, so I wanted to play the drums because then I'm standing right in front and I kept the scene and I could be heard.
Yeah.
Then when I went on to secondary school, I played the saxophone because it was the only other instrument that was different and unique.
So there's always been this seed to be
different
and being in front.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing, I guess.
The reason why I like to ask questions like these because if people are watching this, who knows? Budding musicians might be watching this, right? And what can they actually gain from my guests like yourself? What drives someone, or what drove this person into a career like this? The music career, because when you talk to kids, and I have been, I mean you do of course. I'm kind of surprised actually because most parents don't want their kids to pursue music as a career.
Yeah, I guess. Even to this day, some parents would think that it's not a very stable career. I went for dinner last week, and this lady whom I've never met before, that was sitting at the same table, and she said, "Oh, you're a singing coach? Why would anybody want to learn how to sing?"
Oh dear.
And I went like, "Why not?" And I was so appalled by the question. But then but that question really. Stayed in my mind, and I reflected upon it, and I was like, yeah, why would someone take up singing lessons, and why would someone sing? For what reasons, right? Everybody has their own reasons. And for me, I just love music, and I just love to sing. I don't know, I just love to sing since I knew how to sing, right?
Yeah.
I told you 4 years old, I wanted to pick up the racket. But it's just why I became a professional singer. It was just a desire, and I told my mom, at the time, I said, when I graduated from NUS, I said, look, I graduated, so I did what was expected of me. I got a degree and so on and so forth, but I really want to sing. So give me 3 years. If I don't get anywhere, I'll promise you I'll, get a regular job. And so I did. I sang 3 years. I did the clubbing and then 3 years came up, and true enough, like, okay, I guess I should try a regular job. And one of the customers that came to see me, I was at Brannigan's. So he was from like a money broking firm. So I said, what do you do when you go to work? How do you know what you need to do when you go to work? What is the agenda for the day? Is it because I know when I go to work, I need to plan my set list?
Yeah.
Right? Then I know what to sing.
Right.
So I don't know what people do when they go to work. How do you know what you need to do? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, I tried it out, money broking. I was broker than I was singing, and I was miserable. And I didn't enjoy that at all. So my mom said, you're a fish out of water, get back into the singing, right? So I started teaching. That was when I started teaching. It called pivot. It's not that I wasn't getting anywhere, but I just wanted more because I also got very bored just, getting my makeup done, going to work, going for rehearsal, gigging, one thing after another. Then you get into this whole mode of like, it's like...
Same shit, different day.
You said it and I didn't. Yeah, but I just wanted more, and things just happened along the way. I wasn't... I wanted to have my 5-year plan, but my 5-year plans never work out.
Right.
It's always like there's a turn and a twist. My life has been very interesting, and
colorful.
So I just go with the flow.
Okay, so you went back to music and you started teaching. We're still back in music, despite the fact that you were teaching.
Yeah. I started teaching. I remember taking up Yamaha. Teaching course, so I took it up, and at the same time, these friends from, actually I only knew them at the club at Brannigan's, decided to own their own club, their own, drinking place. So they asked me and another good friend of mine, Fiona, who also came to watch me at that time, would you like to run the club for us?
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay, that's another aspect of entertainment venues that or being an entertainment that I've not done before. So after Brannigan's, that was what I still played in a band, but then I started learning how to teach. Then the same day that I started my teaching with Yamaha was the same day the club opened. And it was like, okay, I cannot do this two things at the same time. Because that is entrepreneur, that's business, that's like running the club. So I had to pay back a bond to Yamaha so that I just stayed on path to just run the business, and that's how I became an entrepreneur.
Okay. You ran that bar. What's the name of the place?
It's called Java Jive. It was the very first all-English karaoke pub in Holland Village.
I was your customer for
you know.
For a while.
I'm very proud of that because
Java Jive, that's
Java
right.
Jive. That's where Jive Talking came about, because they were the band that we hired and we named them Jive Talking.
Rafi and
it was
Jive?
Bani Farouk. We formed the band, so they were given birth at Java Jive. That's how the name came about.
Yeah. So, no. You mentioned that. It jogged my memory because the first time I heard was somebody told me, hey, have you checked out this place called Java Jive? I said, I heard about it though. They said, that belongs to Kuo Po, Oh, okay. Then we started going.
Yeah. Good fun, wasn't it?
It was. It was
really good fun.
Yeah. Now that you jogged my memory, yeah. So okay, you ended up into bar management, if I may say it, or club management.
Yeah, club management, but I was also it's like singing, but I started this concept of spinning the karaoke songs.
Yeah.
Like they were DJ, like I was a DJ. So microphones would pass around. So this is the very first pass around. We were not in a room, it was open singing.
Yeah.
And if I didn't like your singing, your microphone gets really soft and I'll be singing over you. And if I don't, and Soldier of Fortune was banned. I hated that song. So whenever people requested for songs I don't like, they don't get played. And I would play with momentum. So like, okay, now all the fast songs, then just a couple of slow songs, and all the fast songs, and everybody sang along. So the atmosphere was always great.
Yeah.
So that was usually in the weekend. Now, weekdays I'm a bit more lax.
How come I don't remember Jive Talking playing there?
They came in much later because we were only half space, 1,005. Then we increased to 3,000 square foot. That's when we brought in the live band, because we need to acquire the license for live entertainment. And being Holland Village, being residential, that was a little bit difficult. So that came on much later. So they were our first band, and I formed a band with Bani Farouk. And then when they moved on to hard rock, they got our blessings to keep the name. So that was how.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Bunchai and all that were part of the...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Bunchai's coming on the show.
Oh, is he now? Yeah. He played
schoolmate.
saxophone.
He's my schoolmate.
Really?
Yeah.
He played the saxophone for some of my gigs, and he looks like a Chinese man. He play like, so soulful, he's the best. Yeah.
He looks. I always said this. Excuse me. I mentioned this to Gabriel from Bellingham. I said, Bunchai is always a nerd lah. He looks like a geek when it gets behind the sax. Wow.
I know, he's another different person. And I love.
So tell me about Devil's Bar, because Dennis told me something.
Okay, now how did that come about?
In your own words, I heard what he had to say.
You're really going back. You're really going back, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, Devil's Bar. So as I was working from Java Jive to after that, I was also managing artists. Okay? Managing. So Wendy Cole was one of them. Tanya Chua. So I was managing artists and I formed Cherry Chocolate Candy that won the grand prize for Talentime. That's another story. So
Cherry Chocolate Candy. Okay.
They won the Talentime.
I'm trying to
2000.
remember.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Wendy Cole, and she's a fabulous performer.
Oh, yes, she.
And
Heaven knows.
Heaven knows, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was managing her, and so negotiated and got her into Europa. That and Dennis had a new place called Raw, ROA. That was in Cane Hill.
Oh, Raw, yeah.
So, I managed to negotiate for Wendy to be the resident musician there. So as we were talking about Wendy, and then he offered me a job. He says, "Hey, how would you like to be, the assistant GM?" I said, "Okay." And why not? Okay. So what was your question again?
Devil's Bar.
Oh, Devil's Bar. Yeah, and because we were going to open Devil's Bar, so that's how it happened.
And he told me that he asked you to manage Devil's Bar.
Yeah, so I managed Devil's Bar. Started the whole thing going and all that. And we had to, there was a transition.
Well, what happened to Java
from
Jive
Red
then?
Devils to Java Jive was 1990 to 1994.
Right. Okay.
Then I had Dada, which was another band in Boat Key. Another
Place,
outlet in Boat
outlet.
Key.
Yeah, Dada.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Then
right. Yeah.
I had Bastiani's. I was a wine bar in Clark Key. So I was doing that for the 10 years. And then after that, a little bit out, 97, 98. And that's when I started managing artists. And then year 2000, just before, was it 2099? That's with, then that was Raw.
Okay.
So I think Devil's Bar was somewhere around that period.
Why did you shut down Java Jive?
I think in the way it's run its course, it wasn't really we shut down. We kind of there was a change in the ownership, and a couple of my partners basically took it over and turned it to Chaplins, where then the other half of us went on to Dada. So we opened Dada.
Chaplins.
Alan Moore, I don't think he was an owner. He was just running it.
Oh, okay, okay.
So then I moved on to another unit that was in Boat Key. So yeah, thanks for bringing up the memories again.
Dada. Yeah, we also know that Kuo Po runs Dada. Yeah. All that good we're going around,
So that was when I had another band called Private Collection. That was when I got Tanya Chua to perform as a frontliner with the late Amran, who passed away very young.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was in Dada he played.
Yeah,
Amran.
he was 33. Yeah.
He played with Spencer as well. And
Spencer.
Wirapas.
That was so Private Collection was the band that we formed.
Right.
Why Private Collection? Because Dada, the concept is an artwork, right? It's Dadaism. That's the concept. So where we had the band, there was a picture frame, a giant picture frame. So the band plays behind the picture frame. That's why it's called Private Collection.
Right. Well, that's cool, man.
So I would sing with the band one set. So I had, I think... Ad was on keyboards. I had really great. Amran was the lead singer, and then I auditioned. I went to look at Tanya at the Westin, and I got her in. And there was Margaret Chong as well that was on keyboard. They're great musicians. So we were very good, and I performed one set in the night. That was in Dada.
And what happened to Dada?
And again, it just basically ran its course. Yeah, ran its course. I mean, it's about business. I guess.
Let me try to understand this. For any bar club owner that has, I've heard this a couple of times from different people, and they use the same term, ran its course. What is the definition of a bar establishment having run its course?
Well, I think that... when it's run its course, that means that it has reached its height, and then, new competition comes along, jumped on the bandwagon, could be better than what it was, and perhaps within the management, we decided to do other stuff,
right?
And things just change. People change. If we all have different interests at different times, at at that time, we may want to do different things.
Right.
Yeah. So running its course could be, it's seen its heydays. Time to move on.
Okay. Let me go back even further back in time now.
Oh, okay.
I think for the benefit
Testing me.
I've had people like Larry Lai on my show. We go back so many decades. We talk about way back when. And then I had people like Mel Ferdinand on the show, and we talk about Talentime. So I'm going to ask you about the 1980 Talentime.
Okay.
Okay, that time when you participated, when you took part, what was it like? First of all, what was it like? And how different are things today? Because we don't have it anymore. And your opinion about that?
I thought that was a time where the nation would sit up and root for the new talents of that era. I think it was 1984. If I knew I was in the last year of the uni. Mm-hmm. It was second last year or last year of the uni when I took part.
So it wasn't 1980, it was 1984.
No, absolutely not 1980. Mm-hmm. There was an attempt earlier on that I was with a duet. I was with this guy and we went in as a duet, but we didn't go very far. We were probably in the first, I'm not even sure if we went on TV, or maybe we did. I don't remember that one. But we went on as a duet and we didn't get very far. But the one that I reached the finals, I think that was the year when I was in the university, probably the third year or the second year, 1984. And it was great. I mean, it's nothing like The Voice or nothing like the
BGT,
AGT.
Yeah.
We don't have judges that would
knock you down,
give us their opinion live.
Yeah.
It was just based on your talent. There was no voting.
Yeah.
And I was very young, very new. Everything was like, very, how do you say, it's just yourself and what you have to offer. And there, I made good friends. I made friends along the way, but it's just also a competition. I know that, but I think that camaraderie was very good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it was great fun.
But what do you think now? It's been gone for a long, long time. Do you think it would have done us a lot of good, the music industry, that is, and in general for the rest of the country? Should it were to have continued?
Yeah, it's very sad that it didn't last very much. It ran its course. There you see. But every generation will have a sort of a competition. And I think that what's really sad now, mm-hmm. Much more, I mean, the competitions there are in its very general different ways. And it's expensive to run one. Mm-hmm. I can understand the economics of it. But what's really sad is there's no variety show. Last time you would sit for a variety. Oh, new singer. Oh, this,
It's like the Radio show, the old POSB show, the kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean,
or Rolling Good Times even.
Yeah.
We can't even call it recent anymore. It's
I know recent. Rolling Good Times is like
it was something,
historical.
Yeah.
So that's really sad because then you don't know who the new ones are.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. And then you see them national day like, hey, who are this one?
Yeah. You're scratching your head, right?
Yeah. Where do you see them?
Yeah. Mel Ferdinand, when he was on the show, he raised this thing. Back then, I don't know if you remember Limsek.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. And way back when even before TCS, back in the days of the SBC, right? And you got bands playing in different bars in Singapore. And they'll spot a good one and they'll put them on a variety show. They bring the band in to perform. Yeah. And then people, at least the locals, us, people will know who these guys are, And that's where bands were really popular back then. People knew Flybaits, Flybaits came on TV so many times.
Yeah, that's
Gypsy
right.
came on TV so many times, and all that's gone, is all lost. What do you think?
No, that's exactly what I'm trying to say here because I don't know what the new ones are. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have an opportunity to see them or to be introduced to them. So it's, and I do feel like the new generation have to fight so hard to be seen on social media, which is basically the norm these days.
Yeah, yeah.
Like say, they appear International Day, like what's that? But I think it's very important that every generation's media owners, find a way to find a platform for the new gen to appear. And that's why, when I'm, because I'm running a school and I have these new generation artists, when they become teenagers, when they become young adults, and when they decide not to pursue, it's because there's no outlet here.
There's no platform.
Yeah, there's no outlet no platform for them to be seen. And, it was such a thrill back then when I get on the variety show, Christmas show, whatever show. There isn't any now. There used to be a weekly thing, I think, right? A weekly thing and all that. And I would sit in the studio and wait the whole day for $30 or $300, something like that. But it's not the money. We know that, right?
Yeah.
It was about being seen on TV.
Yeah.
So,
do you have any rituals yourself? Like many performers have their own unique rituals or routine to get into the zone before a performance. Do you have any interesting ones?
Oh, no, I think it's modern warm up, lip thrills, and no, I just sit there and do my makeup. No, I don't have a ritual.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Don't have
No.
Like for example, I know for a fact that this is really weird. This is an MC thing.
Really? What is it?
Not me though. I don't have that issue. Yeah. But I know a lot of compatriots, before they have a show, they'll iron their own shirts.
Oh.
Iron the shirts. And then they put them on. They leave it tucked out, and carry the jacket and have the tie slung around them. And they just go for the show and do their sound check.
I've seen that.
So many people do that, and then after that, the guys, that is, then they'll tuck in the shirt and then they put on the tie once they've done the sound check, and then on comes the suit, and people have funny kinds of rituals. So I was just wondering whether you have any as well. So you don't have, never mind lah, just asking lah.
No.
You see, I have questions I want to ask. If you ever have good, let's talk about don't have to ever mind.
Yeah. No, since you asked the question, I'm thinking, is that something that I would do? Of course, I would warm up my voice. That's it. That's it. Do my makeup.
Yeah, okay. No, after such a successful performing career, then I know you got into teaching, and that was it. It's been 20 years, right? Was there anything that inspired you into wanting to teach? Was it because it's a legacy thing? You want to leave something behind?
No, actually, after running the bars, after performing, running bars, there was a period I was really jaded, God, what am I going to do with my life, right? So I remember going away to Australia to take a vacation. But I had this concept. When I came back, I saw this, this backtrack. So I was in Australia and I like to attend the wine festival. So when I attend the wine festivals, right, Hunter Valley, wherever, they always have a jazz band. So I'm like, wow, very shocked. So I came back and then Colin Go at the time was running Arts House, hey, I would say, I have a concept. Then he said, what? I said, I want to run a wine and jazz festival. And he looked at me, he said, hey, Kuo Po, very hot lah.
This is Colin Go for the rice company, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, Colin, shout out to you.
Yeah. And then I said, hot lah. I said, yeah. Then I picked up from my bag a CD that I just bought downstairs in the Arts House. Okay, I forgot. Encore was a shop or something, I can't remember. And a CD was Jazz for Kids. Jazz for Kids.
Okay.
So then I reached down my back there to go, okay lah. How about I run? I produce a concert of a jazz concert performed by children. Then he said, oh, that's good. Let's do that. I said, okay. That was how it started. Okay. So
Right,
then
okay.
I went back and then because my nephew, when he was at P6 at that time, he was showering and he always singing Frank Sinatra. Very weird, right? And he's got a good voice. So I said, okay, I got to put my nephew. Then I was staying with my sister. So a lot of children. So I said, okay, I'm going to audition the children in the neighborhood, Thompson Grove. And I have to bribe my nephew, hey, I buy you an Xbox if you perform in my group. Then, and he was P6, right?
Wow.
So I said, okay, I buy you Xbox, but put up there, finish P6, then you see. So I got auditioned few children and they were all in the neighborhood. That was my first batch.
Of students.
Yeah, there were 8 of them. They were not even students. They were they were new
auditioned
performers.
To perform, yeah.
Yeah, so they auditioned to perform, but actually everybody got in, but they were very good. But they were cute, They were like from 8 years old to 12. Maybe the oldest was 13, and then some friends recommended here and there. And I remember working with them 4 times a week, 3 hours, 4 times a week, 3 hours a time at during school holidays,
right.
So that we could perform at the Playden for a 4 to 4 back-to-back show. And they were very new, like nobody, they were just virgin performers, no? So I said, okay, how to put them on stage like this, So I called Hard Rock Cafe. Hey, Mark. Hey, KP, what do you want? I have this group of children performers. I like them to perform for your maybe lunchtime. Oh, how much? I said, no lah, you don't have to pay me lah. You just offer them lunch. Oh, okay. He thought I had to anyway, that was very funny. So that was our debut performance at Hard Rock during lunchtime. I remembered, and one of the girl, Michaela, she burst out crying before we went on stage because she was so nervous. And the other kids just surrounded her, gave her a hug. And I was watching this, I said, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
And during the whole time when I was rehearsing with them, I remembered that they only had one thing that they wanted, is just to please me, to make sure that I liked their performance and I praised them. And that was all they wanted, And
that's so cute.
Very cute. And well, I taught them how to dance, the little that I knew, but basically what I wanted them to be is to be confident, to be frontliners. So we did like Route 66. We did. There was this song called the ABC Scat, which was our opening piece. We did Tuxedo Junction. We did A Train. So we did all these old jazz pieces, and Michael ended up doing the Spider-Man, and it went so well because it doesn't appeal just to children. It appealed to parents and everybody else. And that was our debut. In one of the dads, Montero, he also owned another outlet, and he said, okay, come, let's perform. So we got the practice just performing very ad hoc at eating places.
Right.
And finally our show came, and we did 4 shows back to back on stage, lights and all that stuff. Children did fantastic well because they already kind of like had 3 or 4 shows, sort of like, and then learn how to deal with the microphones. And when we finished the last show, the children bawled, cried because it's over. And I cried. We had a good, like after show parties, right, at the swimming pool, and then I cried like, oh my God. When I realized, wait a second, this is the best thing ever. You deal with adult artists, and then they all bitch.
Yeah.
Children, they don't do that.
Yeah.
They just want to hug you, right? Yeah. So then that was the last show, went away, and then Colin called me and then says, okay, come back. Let's do something, start the school. So because of Colin, and he said, I got space in the arts house, why don't you take it? I said, okay, give me a desk, $15 a month or something like that. You're going to pay a desk, pay $300 for the studio. And then that's how the school started, Kids Performing. That was the name of the school, KP, Kids Performing.
Okay.
So that that was pretty good. Enjoyed it very well. That was the start. And I came back and started the school. So with Jazz Kids, that's how we started with Jazz Kids.
Jazz Kids. Kai, do you put up that pic?
There you go.
Yeah.
So this is the new generation. This is the generation that is now 2023. See the little chap that's right at the corner? That's my grandnephew.
Oh.
Yeah. This is 2023. But the very, very first batch was 2004.
Is this still happening today?
They're I mean, they are jazz kids when they sing jazz lah. When they're not singing jazz kids, they're something. So yeah.
And then what's the difference between Jazz Kids and Academie of Stars?
No, it's Jazz Kids is a program, right? So
okay,
and then they had to sing jazz. They only do swing, and then I had Sinclair Ang, shout out to you, who comes in to teach them to swing, to dance swing. Okay. So my school is now called Singapore Performing Arts Academy. Okay, it's gone through a few transitions from kids performing, and now it's called Singapore Performing Arts Academy. Okay. Yeah. So Academie of Stars was somewhere in between, in the middle. That was 2018, and now 2023 onwards, it's called Singapore Performing Arts Academy, and I have programs within the school. Okay. And the Triple Threat Talents, what you saw that group there, they had a 6 months course where they actually delve into jazz, just to keep it alive.
There was this thing I've researched on. I'm trying to understand. You're considered as a direct school admission specialist, DSA specialist.
Yeah, that's one of other programs. Yeah, the DSA specialist, that's right.
Okay, DSA into where? Into what? Into this program? Or into mainstream schools?
Alamak. DSA is not into a performing arts program. It is going into the secondary school.
Correct, that's what I want to know. So it's mainstream, right?
Let me explain to you, okay?
No, I know what DSA is. Just that I need to understand DSA into where?
Into secondary school, into pre-U.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's called direct school admission, meaning you actually use a talent to audition into a school of your choice, which could be a secondary school or pre-U.
And in this instance is for singing?
Where I'm concerned, I teach singing and acting preparation and interview skills.
Right. Okay. So as a DSA specialist, you focus on helping your students stand out and be outstanding.
I see you've done your homework.
Beyond technical skills, what are the key qualities you aim to instill in them to help them shine?
Based on what I've learned in my journey, I always encourage them to find something unique about themselves, to stand out, to say something other people can't say. That's just basically to find something in them that will kind of, when they go into the interview, to leave a mark behind. I think it's important to search. I mean, even deep within, they always say, I got nothing to say. But there's always something. There's always something. Okay. So that's one of the key strategies that we have. I think more importantly is like, I just don't want to teach you to sing. I want to teach you to be a frontliner. Is to have a confident personality, to stand out as a frontliner and try not to blend.
Is there pedagogy for this? Teaching a kid, okay, let me be fair. Let's do a hypothesis here, okay? Let's say me.
You.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not a kid, of course, obviously.
Yeah, you.
I'm an old man, okay? So if an old guy comes to you and says, just switch it out, old guy, huh? Teach me how to frontline. How to be a good frontliner. Are there steps? Are there modules? It's not pedagogy. It's pedagogy for kids,
Yeah,
right?
pedagogy.
Yeah. So what would you say? In just sum it up for me.
Don't you think for older people, I feel it's a lot easier because one of the main things that they need is confidence.
Yeah. Okay.
Number one. And like you're able to speak well, right? And being able to stand, posture, poise. What's that first 5 seconds of impression that you set when you walk in?
Okay.
The way you hold yourself. When you talk about other steps, it starts from inside out. And that's, for me, that's what's important. You know? So I think that to stand out, when you say an old guy come to me, I need to kind of like, okay, what do you do? If let's say you're just a man off the street, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. What did we say last week? You fake it till you make it, right? So it's the way you carry yourself. The grooming is very important.
Okay.
The way you speak is very important. And what skill set do you have? What skill set? Are you an expert in something?
So if let's say you gather all that information,
Yeah.
and you have it in hand,
Yeah.
okay, what do you do with that? Is there a methodology?
There is a methodology. However, I need to qualify that there is no definite definition for stage presence. If we do research, I tried to do that, and everybody has. It's that thing that you cannot define.
The aura.
Yeah, the charisma,
The X factor.
That X factor, you can't define it. You just know it when you see it, right?
Okay.
So there are many frontliners. We see many personalities, but some have it more than the others.
Right.
What is it?
Yeah, that's a mystery, isn't it?
That is still a mystery. That is still a mystery. Is there a methodology? I think that's what my next research paper is going to be about.
Hey, share that with me, man.
No, I am not going to. Yeah, I'm actually going to delve into that a lot more, but focus on kids.
Yeah.
Is to work out a methodology where it can be more defined, because you cannot define what is X factor, but there are steps that you can take on to. And I think one of the main things, for performance, is to be very good in the skill.
Right.
And if you're not that good, you got to make it up.
Yeah.
For example, if I was a singer, and how I evaluated myself is that I'm okay a singer. I'm not great, I like my tone, but I'm not a great singer, some limitations I have. So what is it that's going to make me different? And that's why I pick up the saxophone.
Right.
Because that's when I can then carve out a niche for myself. So be something that nobody else can be. And that's one way that you can actually step up.
A unique selling point, a USP.
Yeah, USP, exactly that.
Okay. The reason why I use the example, the hypothesis of a older person is because kids should not be watching my show.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But we're pretty well behaved.
I have been very well behaved with you, despite the fact that I probably spewed 1 or 2 profanities earlier on. But that's par for the course as far as my show is concerned, by the way. But I've been very, very, very polite, okay?
Oh, yeah, you've been very well behaved.
I have been.
All right, okay.
Don't know why. Maybe you've been teaching kids so long that I feel like, kids are teacher, no.
But parents do watch. Parents would want to watch, right?
Okay.
I would ask them to watch, right?
Yeah, you would. Yeah. I kind of realized that how, when we started the show, they said, okay, Chris, hold back.
Okay, if you don't hold back, what would you say?
No, I'm just worried about parents telling you, KP, what were you doing in this guy's show? He's got a potty mouth.
Okay, okay, I think you're all right.
So far, I've really been very conscious of my language. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah. On my, I don't want to go into linguistic gymnastics. Yeah. I'm just keeping it as kosher as I can.
I'm really surprised.
I have to.
Okay.
I kind of realize. I kind of realize that parents, of the kids you teach might probably watch. So I better
appreciate that.
Do you some favors. Yeah. Okay. COVID-19. When the pandemic was here, you led the creation of the If Not For You. It's a song, it's a touching song.
That's right.
39 young performers. How did this initiative come about?
Wow. Okay. Thanks for bringing that up. I write songs occasionally under duress. So only under duress. So
you can only write songs when you're under duress.
Yes. I wrote a school theme song, kids performing, the kids performing theme song.
Right.
I can't remember the title now. Who I Want to Be, okay? Under duress, because I have a festival. And I said, oh my God, I have a festival and I don't have a theme song. So I wrote a theme song. And I was they were doing a documentary on me. And I said, hey, we don't want to pay for IP. You got any songs? Okay, I write one song. And that's another song I wrote. And then for this, of course, and I just wanted to express myself in a certain way, my gratitude, and I want my talents to also somehow contribute. And we were about to be shut down, and I had to rush the project, so I told you under duress, and I quickly had to gather all the kids, learn the song, get the music done, and the first arranger went AWOL on me, and I had to get another arranger, and and we did that under duress, and we released it the same time. Dick also released the song, I think, because we were both supported by MM2, and so
Music and Movement.
No, MM2.
MM2, okay. Who's MM2? Sorry.
MM2 Entertainment, Melvin Ang. MM2.
Okay,
for sure. Because we were part of the entity.
Sorry.
Yeah. And we rushed out, and the impetus was basically just wanting to express our gratitude to the frontliners. And so I wrote the song and had our kids, we filmed it where our school was. We were at the yards at the time, and got them here and did the shoot ourselves.
Okay, for everyone to know, we'll be playing that video at the end of the show for a performance of "If Not For You."
So nice, thank you.
You're welcome. Then also tell me about this thing you did. AOS, Stay at Home and Sing Challenge.
Yeah, COVID, right?
Yeah.
Then go and sing.
You did this now. Can we play some of it, please?
Yeah.
Here we go.
So we stayed home, right?
Yeah. We stayed home, and you just had to make sure everyone stayed entertained, is it?
Okay, so this is to get
there's no volume.
This is to get my kids to sing, to continue singing despite the circumstance. So I have to set example, right? So I sing a song every day lah. And sometimes I sing 5 songs in a row, then I just release one every day. Then I just need change my t-shirt, change. 25 days.
Hi, this is KP, and this is day 1 of the AOS Stay Home and Sing Challenge. I'd like to kickstart with the song from the Carpenters.
Wow.
It's all coming on, okay?
Yeah. Sing a song, sing out loud.
Okay.
Sing out strong.
So that's day 1.
Day 1.
That's day 1.
Sing all good things.
25 days.
Not
Yeah, I know.
You're not playing 25 days.
No, I'm not going to be playing 25 days. No way am I going to be doing that. Otherwise, we have no time. Okay, Kai, thank you very much. So that was day 1. You went on for 25 days.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hesitating. I gotta admit, though.
Well, COVID days, we shut down. We find ways to entertain ourselves and everybody. But you see, the impetus is that I need to keep that spirit alive
Did
for the kids.
Did they
some
sing
of them.
every day?
Yeah, some of them did that. Some of them didn't do for 25,
That's
but
cool,
they
man.
still do. And and my friends look forward to the day's broadcast. And I think that's very important. Just keep going. Keep going.
You know what I did?
Yeah. What did you do?
Back then, who knows about maybe a lot slimmer.
That was only like what, 5 years?
Oh, believe me,
No.
man. I tell you, in this
Yeah.
last 5 years, it was boom. Well, anyway, sad story on my part, but never mind. What we did was I was approached by some guys from the Star Association who wanted to do something. Everyone is stuck at home, right? There was circuit breakers. So,
Yeah.
so they said, okay, let's do our first digital online live thing, you know. In those days, I mean, when it started, right, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing yet, going live Facebook and stuff. So I said, good idea. Okay. So at home, I have this mics, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? The Super 55s, and then put it up, set it up, got my leather jacket on, got on my black jeans and tight black jeans, and did my hair up with this curly puff, and you know, and I didn't have a studio then. I only had the mic. I had my monitor, you know, speaker, and I told the wife, okay, set this up, set the phone up, you know, and we just shoot, right? And I sang Elvis, Treat Me Nice. Right? And honestly, I don't know why, for some strange reason, the audio was so damn good. It was so good. I was like, wow. Close my curtains over my balcony, my last house, not this house. Close the curtains, you know, and the gray curtains at the back. And it's kind of glittery. And it looked really like real legit, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're in the studio legit. And it turned out so well. I gotta say, it turned out really, really well. And this is what I did for COVID.
But don't you think that's like a good thing? I mean,
It
like
was.
you ask us do it now, like, oh no. I look at it like, oh yeah, you know.
Just to be able to
Yeah.
entertain, you know what I mean?
That's right. I
Yeah.
think just about doing something
Yeah.
just to show that, oh, you know, we are alive,
Yeah.
and that we want to be. What was that? We stay safe, and there was another, like, we share, we care. One of those
Well, I
things
can't
that,
remember, man.
yeah, one of those mottos, and I just felt that I had to do something,
Yeah.
and that was my impetus to just. It's actually for the kids. I wasn't expecting you to be playing it now, but it was for the kids.
Yeah.
Come on, let's just keep singing. Let's do this.
Okay.
25 days. Let's just do 25 days. you
The
know?
reason why I put it up is because, I kind of figured that is the reason why you launched the 25-day thing. And the reason why I want to put it up also is to have everyone know. Look, man, I mean, us musicians, entertainers, we have soul, you know. Right? We have a heart, you know. We no matter what, we'll figure something out to do something not productive, but do something to raise your spirits. We're not the only ones who've done stuff like this, you know, during that period.
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
think everyone in the world, yeah.
somehow
Yeah.
got in to do, okay, like your band's coming together, all Zooming and then doing the recordings and play songs, you know. It was crazy, but it was all amazing feats and efforts.
And I think because of those days where we couldn't go out and we became more creative.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we're doing vidcast now, podcast. It's more popular than ever. And, you know, new ideas of working remotely, singing remotely, all these are possible.
Yeah.
Because we had no choice, and then new things were invented. So it was.
But I'm gonna say something. KP. You know what I love about your voice, your tone.
Oh,
it's a happy tone.
Nice, thank you.
No,
really,
there's something about your tone.
First time someone tell me that.
It's a happy tone, you know. It's you somehow feel happy. Just your tone.
Ah, nice.
Just now, you know. I know it's a happy song, sing a song, but that tone, it's something about you. It makes someone feel happy, pull a smile.
So nice, thank you.
No, really. I mean, and let me tell you, man. I am not one of those. I would call a spade a spade. I don't blow sunshine up anyone's behind. You know, I mean, I say what I mean. I mean what I say.
I've never heard that before. Okay. That's good. Well, thanks, Chris.
No, not at all.
It's good to hear that.
Not at all. But it's true. You have a very pleasant tone. I like to ask KP about your assessments of the current state of affairs in nightlife and live entertainment in Singapore.
Oh.
What excites you? What concerns you?
That's a tough question now. Because frankly, I have not been out except if there is a good show on. So I don't go to like a dance place because of the dance music. Last week I was invited to watch Jerry Montero do his live recording, and because I also wanted to watch Sean Hongwei on the saxophone, so I did go out, and that was at the Blue Jazz, and I really had a great time.
Clarke Quay. Bali Lane.
Bali Lane.
Yeah.
And I have to say that I was glad I went out, and I thought that was world-class music. And the atmosphere was great. There were it was full house. And so when you have good quality music like that, and it's about really going out there and sharing it. And of course, Jeremy had a purpose was to do the live recording, but he was so entertaining, even, you know, between the pieces that he played. And you know that they are all maestros. So, you know, in the nightlife, we have venues that support great musicians like that. It's really amazing. For the younger ones, now they're performing. Where are they? Timber. Where else? Some other venues.
Well,
where are they?
Mando Pop is really hitting the streets now, man. I mean, lots of young people are into the Mando Pop thing, and they're singing, they're performing. They're thriving. That one. Yeah,
unfortunately, I haven't been to any of these venues, but I'm just glad that there are still some around. Or you ask me about the scene, it's so different because I'm not sure about the Mando Pop, but I know that the English bands or the Western bands, they don't have residency. Like we did before, but we have a contract for 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever. You know, I was always, you know, on a contract for a certain period, not like, oh, Friday I'm here and Saturday I'm somewhere else. So that concept has been in the West, Australia or London or America for the longest time. It's only in the last 10 years that the musicians are gigging around, and it's very tough.
Actually, very more so after COVID.
After COVID,
more so after COVID.
And that's a problem. And of course, venues have to be doing very well to support bands of the size that we had during Dennis Fu's days, right? So he was doing well, I think. With he had 2 bands sometimes, and it was great fun. So the scene is so different, and musicians now have to promote themselves through social media. So I don't know, it's just different, and I'm glad that I was a musician back then and not now.
Really? Because it's a lot harder today, you think? Is that the reason why you say it?
You got to make a lot of noise to be heard now, to be really good. I'm sorry I can't answer that question because I haven't.
No, it's fine.
I haven't been out, and I mean, there are some bands I know they're really good, and I've walked past them or I've seen them perform for some big gigs, and I know that we have very good musicians. You know, the new generation. So I hope that, you know, the venues are able to support them. And but I know they have to work a lot harder to be
heard.
Yeah. So the last time I organized the Jazz by the Cove, Sentosa basically commissioned me to put together some musicians, which I brought in some international jazz musicians, and also we have some of the local ones. And I also discovered some new jazz musicians, new singers that's different, you know. So I think the music will go on, just different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got one last question for you.
Oh, okay.
It's been an hour, I think. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Where is that, like way over? Huh?
No, don't worry about it. Dennis and I and Rosie, we were on for an hour and almost 2 hours.
Okay, because you're old.
No, yeah, thanks.
Talk a lot. No,
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, it's more Dennis.
That's because there's a lot of things to say.
Dennis
where
could go on for 5 hours, I tell you.
Oh, absolutely. No, I think Dennis would have a lot of anecdotes,
A lot,
of
yeah.
stories because in the bars things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love working with. I learned so much from him, and he's a man of details.
Yeah.
Oh, Kuo Po, you think the bass too much, no? You adjust the bass. Then one day he told me, "Hey, the pool table is so dirty." And I was outside. It was Christmas. I said, "Dennis, I'm the executive director. You have a GM, a manager in the bar for a reason. Don't call me about the pool table." Yeah, that's my darling.
Great guy. I like him.
He loved me.
Yeah.
He loved me and I love him back.
Okay, what do you hope your lasting legacy will be for Singapore's performing arts scene and the generations of artists to come?
My hope is that always be that they have their dreams of being who they are, fulfilled, right? And that they can grow up to be decent human beings. If they choose performing arts, they need to know that it's not like they have to work at it, and we always want to be the best. That they need to work at it, not think that just because I want to do this and things fall in their lap. So I do hope that we continue to churn out great artists, internationally renowned. Yeah, I'm very proud of my students who have pursued musical theatre. Nathaniel Ong, for example, that's made it in West End.
Wow.
So I'm really hope that I churn out more artists like her, talents like her, who's made it and make Singapore proud. And especially when it's their dream, then I've done my job.
All right. KP, is our tribute to you. Thank you so very much. You're an
Thank
icon. You are an icon in my eyes, and I'm sure in the eyes of a lot of us.
Oh,
and thank you
so
for
much.
giving us also great bars like, Dada and
Yeah.
Java Jive. And thank you also for starting Jive Talking because I still think they're great.
Oh, they're the best. They're very good. Thank you for having me, Chris.
Not at all. My pleasure. My pleasure. I got to say goodbye now. Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of Season 6 of the Chris Hansen Conversation. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. More to come. This is going to be one heck of a long season. And do make sure you comment, share, like, and even if you want to say something terrible to me, please go ahead. I welcome all comments, okay? Thank you so very much, everyone, for watching. Stay safe. See you again real soon. Bye-bye.
To the doctors and
Dear
nurses,
airport staff,
Dear police,
we thank you for making sure that the virus doesn't spread in and out of our
and
country.
keeping us safe.
thank you for always
We
being there
appreciate
for
your
us.
bravery and dedication.
I know everyone will be there for you too.
Dear frontliners, thank you for fighting the COVID-19. You are our heroes. We love you.
Behind the mask, we can't see your face, but there is courage and spirit to rise above your fears. You stood on your feet, breathing in the same space, sleepless for days. You're our angel guarding us. If it's not for you, we would have fallen way behind. Fight to live our lives. If not for you, it's because of you. We dare to step into the light, be the best we hope to be. It's because of you we will be free. So thank you. There are the ones who chose to be the front.
The Chris Hansen Conversation. Real talk, no filters. And a growing community of more than 80,000 subscribers across ASEAN, right here from Singapore.